What's going on, everybody? Andrew Summers here, coming at you with another description video. This time I have brought with me what I call my IFV-25A2. Now, that is an infantry fighting vehicle, and I've loosely based it off of, well, a bit of the Artec Boxer and also some of the LAV-25. Well, at least the name, for that matter. So, as you can see, it's a large vehicle. It's got a turret, it's got 8 operating wheels and everything. So some of the features on it, we can start with the wheels. I know I sound like a broken record, rather, but you know, you get steering and suspension. So you get the front set of wheels, those turn like so, and then they can also go up and down to go over terrain. The rear set, while they don't steer, they have a nice bit of suspension to them, so makes rolling this vehicle over things very fun to do. Now, more onto the front of the vehicle. I love these wedge slopes, at least for this vehicle. I remember when I was first coming out with this vehicle, which I've had, I think, since, I want to say like 2013. It's gone through many variations, of course, many design changes, but I've had this for quite a long time. When I was first designing the base for this vehicle, I stumbled upon these slopes, and I thought, you know, this is great. You know, it fits the look that I want. It gives the vehicle a nice frontal shape to it, so I'm going to use those. Here I am, like 4 years later, still using them. The front, right here, a lot of this is snot construction. So at the very bottom, you have 1x4 panels right here, which sit very nicely atop the, 1x8 sort of structure there. You know, you get the headlights, you get some nice stickers. I love this sticker, though it's a bit battered, license plate, because why not? Then you've also got some mirror details right here, side view mirrors, because it's very important to see what's going on around you. And a bit more on the front here. If I pan the camera up, we'll see another little neat feature I've included in this build. Alright, that would be an opening engine compartment. So where you see the vent tiles right there, hopefully I can just, yeah, there we go. That opens up to reveal an engine inside. So let me just tilt the vehicle forward, and you can see that there's an engine going on inside there. And of course there is also a driver's hatch, which is located right next to that engine compartment, which is easily, or at least fairly easily, openable. Sometimes the parts stick. Oh, broke off. Oh well. The turret. The turret, of course, does a full 360-degree rotation. So I can spin that around like so. The gun, which I quite like the shaping on, the gun elevates and depresses. Just a simple hinge brick, that's all, it does that. Now, when I say I like the angling on it, this was a fun bit of construction. So you can see how I have the front of the turret, the shaping going on there. How this is not straight, but it's at an angle. On the underside of the gun, there's a cheese slope. Right there, that little cheese slope. It matches up perfectly with the angling of the front of the turret. Which, sometimes things just work out perfectly. Not all the time, but sometimes. That's one of the times where it just worked out perfectly. And I was really happy with how that turned out. Next to the main gun, you also have a small machine gun there in black. That's, well, I guess like a 7.62 or something. You know, the gun you could say is like a 25mm cannon. I think that's, why they call it the LAV-25. Then you have some optics right here. You've also got a viewport, the little cheese slope right here. There's the gunner, or I guess the commander of the vehicle. Next to him, this funky looking launcher set up here, that would be a tow launcher. You can move it up and down into firing position, stow it like that. Then on the back of the turret, this funny looking thing right here, active protection, futury and whatnot. And then if you move on, there is a remote weapon station. So this spins around. You can go up and down with a gun. The gun is a Brick Arms M1919 Browning. I know it's not a 50 caliber or anything, but I just like the scale of it a lot better. So I use it on pretty much all of my builds that need a 50 caliber machine gun, just because, again, scale. The top of the turret, let's see if we pan up once again here, we'll be able to see things. You know, I really need to get a new tripod setup or something that's more functional than this. Low tech and all is it has its downfalls, but bearing with me here. Top of the turret, you have opening hatches, so you get one for the gunner and then one for the commander. Those open and close. Now the whole turret itself is actually removable, and when I remove the turret, it allows me to access the inside of the vehicle much easier, and it also allows me to fix the driver's hatch that broke. So that just simply goes like this. So yeah, you have that whole empty space where the turret can spin around, and if we look at the turret construction, alright, the turret construction is based off of these 1x2x2 panel pieces. So the figures, they actually sit in these panel pieces quite nicely. I can get 2 of them in there, which is pretty cool because it allows for me to put the figures in a more compact space. More details on the turret. Yes, I've gone to this amount of detail. It's actually like a targeting system in there. You know, why not? It's kind of fun. Now, this vehicle, believe it or not, it sits a total of 6 minifigures in the back. So if we're looking at the back itself, spin it around right here, there's 2 hatches on the top, 1 and 2, and then the ass end of the vehicle, the door, it's a double functioning system. So I can either open the door like this, right? Or I can just fully open the whole thing like this. So that's the drop down ramp, and then you can fit the figures inside there. Now, how do I get the figures in there, you might be asking? Well, I just pop the whole roof off. You know, not necessarily anything that's like, I don't know, sophisticated, but it does the trick. And when you look inside, there's a whole mess of jumper plates in there, and those jumper plates are what allow me to sit 6 figures in here, like you saw in the pictures beforehand. So, figures all sit in there, and then the turret, well, the turret just simply goes on top of them, just like that. So I mount the turret on there, I got the 6 figures in, the turret is able to do a full 360-degree rotation without hitting any of the figures, and, you know, which is good, playability and all. But anyways, that is my IFV 25A2. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. That would be very much appreciated. But anyway, catch you in the next one. Bye.